50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Our so-called leaders prostituted us to the West, destroyed our culture, our economies, our honor.
You promised that you would release an expansion every year.
I never promised that.
No, you didn't, but...
No one ever promised that.
Okay.
No one's ever promised that.
You didn't promise, yeah.
No one's ever promised that.
Blue moon indeed. Events like this really do only happen once every blue moon. Blizzard Entertainment, caught red-handed with their pants down, or perhaps more accurately, caught putting their hands down other people's pants. You probably expect me to say something along the lines of, "This is so terrible, I don't know what to feel, I can't believe this has happened." But no, actually, I can believe this has happened. Very much so, in fact. Mostly, as I've been talking about Blizzard's compliance with perverts for years now. In fact, the very first few productions on this channel was a two-part series literally called Players vs Perverts, whereby I went around hunting down self-proclaimed erotic role players within World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has a hidden dirty secret. A secret that the creators of the game, Blizzard Entertainment, hope never gets mainstream attention. What is this secret? World of Warcraft has a massive pervert problem. A problem that has gone essentially unaddressed by the company for almost an entire decade, essentially since the game's release. World of Warcraft has different types of servers that players can pick from. Player versus player servers for those who like to kill other players, normal servers for those who don't, and most importantly of all, roleplay servers. Unfortunately, these servers have spawned a new type of roleplay that the player base has labelled ERP, or erotic roleplay. Almost every single World of Warcraft roleplay server has been infested with this strange underground subculture of perverse activity. Strange sexual cliches have formed that perform odd rituals with each other, often in the public eye. Some people may wonder, what's the big deal? And the big deal is that World of Warcraft is a PEGI 12 rated game, and such activities should have no place whatsoever. So why then does it? Why hasn't Blizzard Entertainment taken action against such a strange phenomenon that permeates their game? And the answer is simple. The problem has become so widespread across roleplay realms that if they started to ban the players in question, there would be so many bans that it would gain the attention of the gaming press. They would then start writing stories such as Blizzard bans Legion of Perverts, and World of Warcraft would then subconsciously get its reputation damaged. Rather than risk such reputational loss, Blizzard would instead rather ignore the problem and pretend it doesn't exist, hoping that nobody talks about it outside of the game's sphere. Wow, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Blizzard Entertainment refusing to acknowledge or openly speak about a problem as to not draw negative press attention that may lose them customers and thus money? Kind of reminds me of something. For those of us who play on roleplay servers, ERPers have been an epidemic of scum and villainy for literally a decade, and it doesn't matter how much they are reported, warned, or coerced, these scumfucks never get banned. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, that's pretty fucked up, but they must operate in the shadows, right? No. What if I told you that for the last 10 years there has been an open virtual brothel operating within World of Warcraft? To Depending on your region, the World of Warcraft pervert population tend to congregate all on one server. In North America, it's Moonguard, and in Europe, it's Argent Dawn. Today, I'm going to do a live mission to visit this brothel to see if, during this Blizzard scandal, it's still in operation. Therefore, after 1.5 years, I present to you...
Alright, fellas. If Blizzard won't do something about it, we will. Should be a simple task. Just find the perverts.
Tell me what you wanna do, what you wanna do. Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do?
I mean, I have never seen anything like this in my life.
Bad boys,
They are completely shameless, absolutely do not give a fuck.
when you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys,
No, don't give me that crap
what you
now.
gonna do?
It's too late for apologies.
Bad boys,
Should have thought about that before you did it, pal.
what you gonna do when they come for you?
Mint. Masturbation Interruption Nonsense Terminators proudly presents Players versus
Perverts. Part 3. Blue Moon. Now look, I know that after the end of the last episode I said we'd take a look at the Hydraxian Waterlord server, but honestly, after an intense investigation, yeah, there was some weirdos there, but nothing much of interest. Hydraxian is a nice, polite retirement home of a realm full of great people. But Argent Dawn, now that's a different story. Alright folks, here I am on the Argent Dawn server for the first time in many, many years. As you can see, it is very early in the morning, and it is a Sunday, August 1st. Oh look, the Dark Moon fur's on, how fantastic. And yeah, I mean it's Sunday, it's the Sabbath day. People shouldn't be doing anything on this day. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's get our priorities right, gotta get PvP on. Can't be a coward. But yeah, as you can see, here I am in Northshire Abbey, and if I look on the map, Northshire Abbey is right here, and Goldshire, which is where we need to go, is right there. As you can see, it really, really isn't that far away at all. And this was intended, to my knowledge, because they purposely, the perverts that is, purposely picked Goldshire, because it was very, very easy to get there when you made a new character. I mean, as you can see, I can already see it in distance right there, and we've only been on the server for about a minute. The vast majority of people who are in this online brothel do not even play on Argent Dawn. I played on Argent Dawn for many years, I know this server very, very well, and the vast majority of people who are inside this brothel actually come from other servers, and they just have these throwaway characters that they use to participate in this filth that we are about to see. Yeah, Goldshire, for those who are unaware, is actually a very good place to hang out. It's not just for this. I mean, as you can see, it's a good place for duels. It's a good place to talk. There's a lot of dead people here as well for some reason. You know, it's a very, very crazy place. Let's just put it that way. But as soon as you walk in here, which is the Lion's Bride Inn, everything completely changes. So if we walk in here, the first thing that you'll see is, yeah, there's a lot of people here. And most of them all have one thing in common. And that is that they have questionable dress sense, shall we say. And this is of course intentional. Now for those of you who aren't aware of how this place works, let me give you a bit of a tour. So you'll see here these banisters, these little pieces of wood, and you know there's two different types. There's some here and there's some over here. All the people standing behind these banisters are essentially indicating that they are looking for you-know-what. Now, back when I played on here, only this side was used. It seems like they've since expanded outwards here. The population has increased even more so. If you look at the time here, I mean, it's very late. There's still an absolute ton of people here during peak times. One can assume that this place has double, if not triple, the population. This is just the downstairs floor. The basement is usually filled to the brim with a bunch of sick shit, and upstairs isn't too much better either, with one room being full of people doing God knows what, the middle room being filled with, I shit you not, 2 wolf ladies in bed with each other, and this room, well, I don't even know what's going on here. In addition, they also use third-party add-ons to list what it is they're looking for in a way that Blizzard can't detect. Not that they would try to anyway. Something you have to understand about these people is that they do this anonymously. They never ask each other who it is they're talking to because they wouldn't say. They're too ashamed for that. This isn't like a bunch of friends having a laugh on voice chat. It's all text, all anonymous, and all mysterious. They don't know who they're talking to, and that's the entire point. World of Warcraft is not the place for this. I started playing this game when I was young, and let me tell you, if I had a son or daughter and they asked me if they could play World of Warcraft, I'd say hell no. This game is no longer safe for the youth, at least on roleplay servers for sure. And don't take my word for it, literally look in front of you. I know online interactions aren't rated by the ESRB and PEGI, but frankly, I'm baffled with armor sets like these that this game hasn't had its rating increased. I've said that I genuinely believe that Blizzard has been more than aware of the ERP epidemic in Goldshire for quite some time, and they just ignore it as to not draw negative press to the game. The reason I think this is because these guys aren't exactly trying to hide what they're doing. I mean, if they were all spread out across the world, dotted around the place, then yeah, it would be quite difficult for GMs to investigate them. But they're not hiding. They're literally all in the same zone, in the same town, in the same building. It's not like you're playing a game of Where's Wally for Christ's sake, they're literally right here in the open. How could Blizzard not possibly be aware of this? It's not exactly a new phenomenon. It's been going on, as I said, for at least a decade. It took me literally 2 minutes from creating my character to get here. How much effort would it really be for a single Blizzard GM to go invisible, come here, spy on what players are whispering to each other, and ban those doing lewd shit? It would take literally 5 minutes. So did they ever do it? Absolutely fucking not. Like seriously, just get the ban hammer already and ban all the bastards. Hello Blizzard? Hello? Hello? You know, come to think of it, it might not be that the GMs don't care, but that there's hardly any of them left. The amount of customer support staff they've fired in the last years is genuinely astronomical. Seriously, is there anything this company cares about except money? They allow their employees to be harassed, their players to be groomed, and their game to be shit. I mean seriously, is there anything they've done in the last few years that's actually good? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Blizzard started to blame all their problems on their players. After all, we all know that they hate them. That's a joke, by the way. I know they're not that stupid.
If your reaction to everything going on right now is to complain that the next patch is going to take longer to release, then you need to realise that you are part of the problem. You value video game content more than human decency and respect.
What the fuck did you just say? Being a Blizzard fan is like being in a relationship with someone who beats the shit out of you, then makes you feel like you deserved it afterwards. Oh yes, Blizzard, we're so sorry for the fact that you harass your employees. This is all our fault.
Maybe we, the community, are a huge part of the problem. We are to blame for the situation as well, and we need to fix it. Wondering why you're part of the problem? Here's why.
No. How about you're a fucking moron, here's why. Honestly, WoW players are the most unreal example of Stockholm Syndrome in the gaming world. Imagine actually believing that the community, the player base, is to blame for Blizzard's crimes. Fuck you. But I'll tell you what annoys me, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to see people finally get angry at Blizzard, but my god, seeing all these 5-hour-long I'm quitting essays left, right and centre just makes me feel ill. It's like, you're disgusted with Blizzard's behaviour, so you're quitting now? You are aware this isn't anything new, right? Have you had your head in the sand? It's all fine and dandy for you to quit now that it's in vogue to do so. Yeah, go ahead and enjoy your social media compliments for being oh so brave. But where the fuck have you people been for the last decade that an online virtual brothel has been in operation? I remember being dismissed as a so-called prudent conservative for not wanting ERPers in my family-friendly MMORPG. Well, call me Ben fucking Shapiro, because I'll gladly take that title if it means I'm not on the same side as these shitheads. Seriously, people like to shit on religion, but these people need Jesus. Maybe if these clowns actually opened up a Bible for once in their lives, maybe they wouldn't be so pathetic. I mean, imagine being a guy in your early 30s, as the vast majority of these people are, and spending your time pretending to be a Draenei lady with other sweaters who are just as sad as you. I mean, I thought Reddit mods were the lowest scum of the earth, but perhaps I was too harsh on them. The last time I've been this uncomfortable around a WoW player was when I came across a guy in his 30s whose main character was called Kitty. Yeah, weird. If I had a son who did this, I don't think I'd ever recover from the shame. I'd probably pull an IRL version of Warlords of Draenor, where I go back in time and convince myself never to reproduce. But hey, don't worry, for all those of you who are massive losers and don't know how to stop being one, I can help you. Commandment number 1. Thou shalt not play a woman. I will never understand for the life of me why some men choose to play a woman character. Your World of Warcraft character is meant to be an avatar of yourself. It's literally a representation of you. Some guys just make themselves, like boring human players, whereas some guys make who they wish they could be, like how the overwhelming amount of orc players look like noodles in reality. Meanwhile, some guys feel so at ease with themselves that they make a gnome just to show how little of a fuck they give. But if you make your character a woman, there's only 3 logical reasons why. Number 1, you secretly wish you were one. Number 2, you're a pervert who, quote unquote, likes to look at their character's ass, aka please go outside. Or number 3, you are so bad with women that you made one so you feel less alone. Seriously, I once knew a guy whose main character was a woman and he used to pretend that it was his girlfriend. He would sit by his monitor on Valentine's Day and have a meal with his own character. That's exactly what these guys are like. They pretend that they are their characters, which are usually these super attractive ladies, whereas in reality, they're greasy neckbeards who smell like a combination of onions and farts. It's just sad. Oh wait, do you hear that? That's the sound of a guy who plays a woman character disliking the video because he feels called out. Oh no, whatever will I do? Commandment number 2. Thou shalt not view ladies as objects. It's always annoyed me how certain gear looks totally different for ladies than guys. Can anyone explain to me why some gear sets make ladies look like prostitutes? I'll give you the answer. It's because in the modern world, ladies are objectified into being apparatuses of lust, rather than being treated like an actual human being. And before some pink-haired social justice prick says, "Yeah bro, say it louder for the people in the back," fuck you. It's your ilk who constantly promotes that being a promiscuous whore is considered liberation, so it shouldn't be too surprising to see women being objectified as such. After all, you reap what you sow. As for the other 8 commandments, well, there's no need for any others. These 2 are all you need to not be a complete loser. Congratulations, the world is now a better place for everyone. Does anyone remember back when Shadowlands came out and I predicted it would be absolute garbage? In 2018, an expansion called Battle for Azeroth was released. At launch, people were going crazy over it. Best expansion since Wrath, 10 out of 10, you name it. A few months later, and then all of a sudden, it's the worst shit ever created. But wait, the next expansion, Shadowlands, is coming out soon. Oh man, I can't wait. And then Shadowlands comes out, and what do you know? It's lit! Best expansion ever! 10 out of 10! And I guarantee that a few months from now, people will be saying how bad that is, and can't wait for the next one. Yeah, well recently some people have took to giving me the nickname Nostradamus. Do you want my prediction in what's going to happen to Blizzard over the next few years? Sure, here's my prophecy. Fuck all. Blizzard will fire some people, apologise, settle in court, then carry on as if nothing happened. They'll release some revamped version of WoW using the same engine they always have, a sort of Cataclysm 2.0, whereby they promise everything will change for the better, but doesn't. Won't stop the hordes of mindless crack addicts from jumping back after the pitchforks have come down though. Oh yeah, they're also gonna go ultra woke too, like even more than before. Expect more sexist women-only BlizzCon panels, more bastardization of the story, empty token gestures, and God knows what other insufferable Californian corporate crap they come up with to become commonplace. But hey, you better bet there will be legions of shills ready to brown-nose them.
Hello everyone, it's me, an annoying bastard from the south of England here. I've made an entire career out of brown-nosing Blizzard Entertainment, and whenever there's a problem with the game, I just blame the players. Everything's fine, there's nothing wrong with the game. You guys, you're the problems. Yes, that's right. By the way, I'm a completely different person on my streams because my entire personality is completely fake. It's a shit show. Smile for the camera, everyone. Smile for the camera. So, Blizzard, please pay me.
I guarantee that a few months from now, this brothel will still be here.
We're watching you.